Hi, this is Rhea Flanagan with the Happiness Playbook series, and I'm so excited. My book is out and about. It is in the world. It's upside down right now, but it's upside down, inside out. Happiness is an inside job playbook available on Amazon. It's right now in the top 2% of books sold on Amazon. Woo! So I'm super excited. And what this has allowed me to do, and actually the privilege of doing, is start a podcast, which I don't think I ever would have done if I hadn't published a book. But what that actually has done is help me meet really incredible people, which is one of my favorite things in the world to do. So today I have a really incredible person that I'm just getting to know, and you can get to know her with me. And her name is Kathy Nisbet. Am I saying that correct, Kathy?
Nisbet.
Nesbit. Thank you so much. And she is pretty interesting, and I can't wait. We're going to do an experiential today with her, and she is. Well, why don't you tell us a little bit about? I could read this, but I kind of want you. She's a health and wellness advocate. She's the founder of Kathy's Crawley Composters. But she's also a multi award winning environmental innovator who uses workshops and inspirational speaking to motivate people to live a more sustainable life. She's also an avid cyclist and gardener. So I did read it. I thought, yeah, you want people to go to kathysclub.com, right? And because we're going to talk about laughter and the gift of that. So you tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, my working title is Kathy Crawley Laughing Bean Queen. Thank you. It doesn't fit on a business card. It's just a verbal verbal title that I made for myself.
Okay.
So I offer simple solutions for today's challenges for a wonderful, sustainable, more joy-filled life. So it's worms for in the house, indoor composting, to create better soil and to manage our organic matter. Sprouts for eating, grow your own, and laughter for overall health and wellness, which we'll be focusing on today. And we need it more than ever, Rhea. We have a global mental health tsunami. I know you know. It's global, it's big, and it was here before 2020. It's just bigger now.
Yeah, someone said to me earlier today, a loneliness epidemic.
Yes, a loneliness epidemic. I mean, I'm not celebrating, but yes, that's exactly what it is. Yes.
But I think having like the way to phrase it, and yet social media is everywhere. It looks like everyone's so connected, and yet people, right? They're putting out an image, they're putting out, this thing that really maybe is not truly what's going on for them.
It's the highlight reel.
Yes, yeah.
Right? Here I am on a good day. Here I am, a good moment. Here I am. But what about those?
Right lighting?
Right? Yeah. So laughter is the fastest happiness hack. It gets us out of stress and into joy in an instant. And there's many ways. This is just one way. And I love it. It came to me in 2012. I'm selling worms by the pound for indoor composting. It's the 22nd anniversary of my worm business. Thank you. I know. Thank you. So unique. So different. Like follow your path. Like everyone's different.
Yeah, everyone's purpose is important, right? And a lot of my work is to help people get back to their authentic life purpose. And that's, so all the things in my book, but because I think so many people may be living what they think they should do and not doing what they really are here to and meant to do.
Right? That's it. That's the truth, that people are living what society wants them to do, what their parents didn't get to do, so they get to do it on behalf of their parents.
Right? You're living somebody else's life then.
Right. What did Bob Proctor used to say? That people are living like a supporting role in somebody else's life. Like be the lead. Be the lead.
Be your own movie, be your own show, be your own podcast. Here we are.
We did it. Right? Yeah. So laughter yoga is not about doing yoga and laughing. It's laughing as an exercise. It's a cardiovascular workout. Started in 1995 by a medical doctor in India. So it has street cred behind it, and it's fairly new. Yoga is kind of just arriving in North America. After yoga is still in the ocean somewhere, trying to get here.
Well, I'm excited to bring here today. That's really cool.
Yes. Yeah. So it's not jokes or comedy, it's laughing, because jokes can be cultural. And here's the thing, there is about 50 years of research showing that laughter is the best medicine. It's scientifically proven. If that's the truth, and it is, why is it so challenging for us to achieve abundant, sustainable, reliable laughter for our health? The critical mind. When we hear a joke or we hear something funny, it goes through several filters. Is this funny? Is it appropriate to laugh with the people I'm with? What will they think? I heard that joke before. It's not funny. I'm not laughing again. Right? All of these things, when the joke finally it gets through all those filters, that's very fast, by the way. It's not like so deliberate like that. Then it's kind of conditional laughter. So what laughter yoga brings, it's kind of breaks through that. It's not about jokes or comedy. We're not against that. It's just that it's not funny if it's about somebody going into a bar or going somewhere. It's not funny for that group.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Because it's not going to be funny forever, but laughter is just laughter. Joy is just joy.
Laughter is the universal language. We don't need to understand. When we see people laughing, we want to laugh like, oh, what are they laughing? What am I missing? What's going on over there?
Yeah. I want to laugh. I want to feel joy.
I want to feel good. And we talked earlier about managing your nervous system. We have to. That's what in school, I had no idea. And I learned sympathetic, parasympathetic. I didn't know what the heck it meant. I get it now. I get that we can only be in one at a time. And that we're living in and we're living in a perpetual state of stress right now. Stress is a habit. And I love this podcast because it gives people a way to make joy their habit, to make happiness their habit instead. It's just a different pathway.
Yes. Oh, I think that's beautiful. Yes. So are you able to walk us through something today?
Yeah. So before I get to what I wanted to do, I just wanted to talk about the laughter yoga it's not doing yoga and laughing. There is some gentle movement, but when we're clapping palm to palm. And so we're activating meridians already. We get energy just by clapping palm to palm. And so the rhythm is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And the words are ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Whenever we say ho and ha, that moves our diaphragm. So our diaphragm is attached to all of our organs. So saying ho and ha, we're moving our diaphragm. It's like internal jogging. And one more thing, or several more things about laughter, I hope so. The body doesn't know the difference between real and simulated laughter. The brain does. Like, what are you doing? Stop laughing. You look ridiculous. Because the brain, as you know, the brain's role is to keep us safe and conserve energy. It knows what to do. It's been in this situation before. Like you could go in a family affair and, a sibling says something, you're back in it again. It's that pattern. We can break that. So laughter. So while we're laughing, the brain might be, stop laughing. The body's like, pew, pew, pew. Yay. Oh, I feel so good. Right? We're secreting the love drugs, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins versus cortisol and adrenaline. Because we also can't be secreting everything all at once. When we're in parasympathetic, we're secreting the love drugs. When we're in sympathetic, it's kind of simple, but not easy. All right. So as a laughter,
I have a beautiful chart that I show my clients. I think might be appropriate. One second. Let me just grab it. I don't know if I can get it right on the camera, but as you're talking about that, some people are visual learners, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if this shows up okay on the camera. But the green, right, is the ventral vagal, like the safety. So like when we're smiling, laughing, ha ha ha, making eye contact, right? It's the eyes, like all of this, it's like moving, it's fluid, all of that. And then we have like the spine here. So this is like the adrenaline when we get into danger, the sympathetic here. So it's like the fight flight. The adrenaline, the spine up here, and then the dorsal vagal that's when people freeze, like really go into shock. And this is when it shuts down, like area stomach, right? Like things start to shut down in the body. And so different, there's all the different systems, but I talk a lot about fight, flight, freeze. I talk a lot about fight, flight, freeze with my clients working with trauma. And so really showing them where what's working, what's not working in these different areas. So maybe that ties things together that you were just talking about too, right?
I love that image. That was awesome. That was perfect. Not planned, folks. Yeah. So the laughter really just gets us out of that stress state because it's a habit now. At one time it really was useful to know if we were going to die. But now when we go into stress, if we lose our keys, phone, glasses, we miss the bus, it's a nuisance for sure. No, I'm not discounting that, but it's probably not life-threatening. And our body acts as if. Yeah, so so as a laughter teacher, I incorporate tapping, brain gym, qigong, just to help people get out of stress and into joy. Laughter is complementary medicine. Nobody's OD'd from laughing, to my knowledge.
Nobody has OD'd from laughing or laughter yoga, right? So yeah, this is a better choice.
And so the laughter, in a laughter club, the laughter teacher, the laughter leader encourages or invites people to allow themselves permission. And as you know, words matter, and the instructions matter at the beginning of a class. And we used to say, fake it till you make it. But then when we asked at the end of the class, how did you like it? Because we implanted fake at the beginning, some people would say, yeah, it was fine, but it felt fake. Oh, so now we say simulated, that real or imagined laughter, those kind of just like visioning, athletes will, they see themselves winning the race and they do. Same idea. It's the same thing. So, okay. So I'd like to take us through a little tapping thing. This is from Donna Eden. And this isn't like a whole tapping session. This is just 4 spots, tapping on the meridians. And for those that are listening that don't know about tapping, it's tapping on the meridians like acupuncture without needles. We can self-administer.
I think a lot of people would like that don't like it, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So it's tapping on a few spots and tapping with it. We're going to take 2 fingers. We're going to do both sides at the same time and tapping with enough force that we feel it, but we don't get bruised.
Oh, we don't want that.
Right. But we want to do it hard enough. Like you don't want to be too gentle. Okay. So right here under your pupils on your cheekbones, this is stomach meridian. You don't need to know for this to work. What's stomach? And so I want you to take a nice
maybe sitting like with spine kind of straight or
anywhere. Like you can do this laying down, for people that are if they're bedridden or they're sitting, however you are, just
should
do
their
it.
feet be cross uncrossed? Does that matter?
It does not matter for this. It's nice if they can be but it doesn't matter for this. And so it's the tapping and the deep breathing. So take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Tapping, smiling, hold it. And release with a sigh. And I'll talk about that. That helps the vagus nerve too. And I usually do 2 breaths at each spot, even though we've been tapping for a bit. Okay, breathe in. And exhale. So that's stomach meridian. What stomach meridian does, if you have an upset stomach, it helps to balance your stomach, helps to just make you feel better. Or if somebody's feeling wired, that helps you ground. And we need to be grounded. Okay, so the next spot is on your collarbone. There's a little divot. And so you just can tap there. This is K26 kidney. This is the end of the kidney meridian. Again, you don't need to know, but if you need to know now, you know.
I love to know the meridians because I studied some acupuncture for a minute and I like getting acupuncture. And so very interesting.
Right? Yeah. So take a nice breath in here. And notice how you feel. I hope the people that are watching and listening are doing this.
Yeah, do this with us, guys, so you can experience it. It's one thing to watch it. It's probably like, what are they doing? But if you feel it, right, when we feel
notice.
Yeah.
What we're doing with tapping on these meridians, it just gives a signal to our body like, hey, and it sets our body in the right motion. That's all.
I would think of it like you're waking things up too. You're kind of like things to life or unsticking things maybe or
yes. You got it. Okay, so stomach, kidney. Next one is on your thymus. So in the center of your chest.
Okay.
And we're going to just tap there like the great apes. So so you can do fists, you can do open hands, you can do fingers, you can shuffle it up. And thymus is really great. What I do in my club is I have people take a nice deep breath in and then make noise like Tarzan. We won't because it's a podcast, but ready? Okay.
Yeah, you guys can turn the volume down for this part, but make noise yourself, right?
So, and then I say,
hey, look, Molly, get me, right? Home alone watching a podcast,
right? Oh, if you're at home, for sure do it. Yeah, in my laughter club, it's so fun. It's hilarious. It makes me laugh just because everyone's doing it. And I'm like, I wonder if anyone's watching us.
And if everyone does it together, then it's okay, right? Then
it's more fun.
Inclusive and we can all be silly.
right? So stomach, kidney, thymus. Let me talk about thymus for a moment. Thymus is super important. That's where our T cells go to age. And T cells are the cancer fighting cells. And our thymus shrinks as soon as we hit puberty. So we want to keep our thymus activated. You know, really the great apes, well, I don't know if they swing on vines, actually. They do in Disney, but
Sure, yeah.
right. But it just gives us energy. So this is just a wonderful thing to do. These 4 spots every day. And the final one, if you put your arms, you know, kind of, I don't know how you would describe this for people listening and not watching. Yeah, there we go. But
Wait, what does this look like? It's like
like a scarecrow
like a scarecrow. Yeah, your arms are like
dangling.
but then you're at the elbow, you drop, right? So your arms are straight as if you're like standing in a T, but then you drop your elbows.
There you go. Yeah. And so then now we're just tapping on our ribs where your hands meet there.
And what is this?
This is spleen meridian.
Spleen. Okay.
Spleen. And here's the thing about, so take a nice deep breath in and exhale. So good. Yeah. Notice how you feel. And again, breathe in and exhale. Spleen. Whenever we're under stress all the time, our spleen is not getting any energy. So we need to give our spleen a little bit extra love.
Yeah, our spleen, what does our spleen do for us?
It builds, it creates extra red blood cells or something. It's important. I'm not a doctor, but
Yeah,
I just do these things.
yeah, I've been told like you have to eat certain things or not eat certain things that relate to the spleen. So it's interesting to learn all of this too.
Right? It's all learning, and we're all different. So not everything for everybody, for sure.
Yeah.
And if any of those spots are tender, it just means you need work there. It means that meridian, there's some energy block there. Everything's energy. It's all energy.
Interesting. I was saying an energy doesn't die, which is interesting too. That's a whole other conversation I was having earlier today. But yeah, I think there's something when I do the acupuncture with the needles, I will notice like sometimes like it'll pop out early or it will be more sensitive, and I'm like, oh, it's doing its work. It's like definitely where that needle needed to go. So it's interesting,
Right? Yes, it's so great. There's so many benefits for laughing, and the longer I do it, I've been laughing since 2012.
Well,
Really laughing since 2020. You know, in 2012, I went to a monthly club and it was a fine thing. That was fun. It was my date night with my mother-in-law. It was really fun. And then we got shut down. Before 2020, I was doing between 100 and 200 events a year with my worm business. I was a hamster. I was like, oh, I had to be there. I'm there. I'm there. And I loved it. I mean, I really did love it. But then I had time to really and I was like, whoa, I don't really want to do that again. Like, wow, that was a lot. And I took a deep dive into the expression laughter's the best medicine. And one of my gifts, Ria, is learning something and then be able to share it in a way in lay terms, like where people can understand. You don't need to attend the full day summit. Here's what you need to know.
yeah, look, you don't have to get a psychology degree, but I can help you just do this, right? Like we can take the expertise and make it manageable, or
Right, that's it.
where everyone can get something good out of it.
Yeah, I have a laughter club on Tuesdays, and my laughter club I started in June 2020, and it's free online. I hope people will come. And I get about 25 Zoom squares consistently, and not all the same people. It's really interesting. And I get about 5 groups, so more than 25 people, which is wonderful. I'm not sure why. Oh, I can't remember why I said that. Anyway, there you go.
You're telling us about the group. Is this KathyClub.com with the C? Kathy with the C, right?
That's where they go and they just register, and it's Tuesday morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. It's 30 minutes. And I do incorporate all of these beautiful healing modalities because I want people just to get out of stress and into joy. Maybe that's why I just wanted to let people know that there's a way. And if they're listening to this, they're looking for something.
Well, and it's something that's not you're not gonna OD on it, right? It's not gonna kill you. It's not gonna become addictive in a bad way. It could be in a good way, right? Because we could be, addicted to working out, addicted to helping people. That's okay, as long as we're not burning out. But meaning addicted to something that I want to feel better. I'm drinking alcohol or taking drugs. That's gonna lead to problems. But something like this, I love to go laugh with Kathy, or I love to, I love to do these things. So that's so great that you do that. I know I'm on Arizona time, so that's so early for me. But do you have videos that people can watch? Do you have, where people can follow?
I have a Fun Fab Friday video series. Again, it's been 3 years. It'll be 176 episodes coming.
Oh, good job.
Right,
Congratulations.
every Friday a new one, and it's so much fun. It's my husband and I. It was kind of our COVID project, I guess. Like, what are we going to do? Let's go explore. And then we started this series. It was part of it was a Facebook group called Peace, Passion, Prosperity. And they were looking for, someone to do something on every day. So they gave me Friday, and we created this little series. I had no idea it would go on and on and on, but we love it. I always say to or not always, I say to my husband on a regular basis, like, are you still having fun? Because he's the editor. He does all the work. I'm just the talking head.
That's so cool. I need an editor. I should get my husband, teach my husband how to edit.
Right. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Then you do it as a collaborative. It's so fun. But they're just shorts for fun. And I have extra healing episodes. There's maybe 20 of those 175 episodes.
Where can we go and get those? Where
Those are at kathysclub.com. And then the Fun Fab Friday, there's a tab at the top.
Great. I love that. I'm going to check that out for sure. So, yeah, anything else that you love to share? Like, I loved all of that. Thank you so much. I mean, I will use that. I studied energy medicine, body talk, John Beltime. Have you heard of him at all? Or no? There's a lot of different ones out there, but he was an acupuncturist and a chiropractor and a teacher, and then he created his own modality. And so I did study that. A lot of tapping. He uses like tapping to like wake up the brain, and he'll do head and heart, and then you move your hand up, and then you do this. And he actually would teach first responders that for free because so many of them are in shock. And so there's he did a lot of good work too. So I love and what you're teaching us. Where did you learn it, or does it have a name, or is this you just think it's created by this laughter yoga person?
So the laughter yoga was Dr. Madan Kataria.
Okay.
And then I do all kinds of healing modalities as well. A lot of Eden energy. Do you know Donna Eden?
No.
My gosh, check out Donna Eden. She cured herself of MS. She's 82 now. I actually just got back from Arizona. 100 is hot.
It is too hot. Yes.
And it sounds way hotter in Fahrenheit than Celsius, like 40 Celsius. It's like 40. Okay, whatever. 100. What?
I know. I pack my bags every summer and say we're getting out of here, and then the winter comes and it's so nice in winter. And same thing in next year. I'm like, we're gonna leave Arizona. That's it. We're out of here. And then the winter comes. It's so nice. So hopefully I could be bi-coastal or live somewhere else in the summer because it's terrible in the summer. But yeah, so Eden, and then what is any other healing modalities that you want to share with our community that they could do at home on themselves?
Absolutely. I would love to share what I've been doing for 4 years since COVID, right? I really want to stay healthy, and my life goal is 111. That's what I've set for myself, and I want to be living independently, still super healthy, and still leading Laughter Club. Maybe for money, I don't know. Maybe I'll just be giving it away then. I don't know.
Yeah, but we can make a living too. I always say the healer that needs to also have abundance.
Yes. Well, hopefully at 111, I don't need money anymore. So first thing in the morning, I start my day. When I wake up, I don't use an alarm, but when I wake up, many people just jump right out of bed. I take 3 deep, long breaths, one hand on my belly, one hand on my heart, and I think about gratitude. 3 beautiful things with each breath. I think about something I'm grateful for. Very simple practice, but so effective and powerful versus jumping out of bed or thinking about the alarm goes off and then you're like going through your to-do list. Don't. Right? So 3 beautiful breaths. Once you're nice and calm and ready, slowly get out of bed. Don't jump out of bed. Slowly put your feet on the floor. Slowly stand up. Go do your bathroom things. Then I have a giant glass of water to flush my body. And so I do that at night too. So there's 2 of my glasses of water during the day. They're done. I don't have to worry about those 2. And then I will go outside. I'm in Canada, so this is weather dependent.
I'm from Vancouver, Canada. So
okay, all right. That's why you love Arizona winters. So as long as it's not like super duper frozen outside, I go out barefoot and earth, which is being just open to Earth's energy. I do have earthing mats in my house too, and a earthing mat on my bed. But you can just go, I go outside barefoot and I earth, and I'm an early riser. So 6 or 6:15, I'm outside, first light, on your eye, which resets your melatonin. People can Google what that's all about. And then I do with the 5-minute energy routine from Donna Eden. And I would recommend everybody Google that. It's on YouTube. And you can adapt it for yourself. I don't need to, obviously, don't watch the video anymore, but it's connecting heaven and earth. I do my 4 thumbs, some deep breathing. I incorporate some Qigong. All told, it's maybe 10 minutes, usually 5. I mean, it's very quick. And I end with, heaven rushing in. Yeah, just being thankful for the day. Okay, I'm ready for whatever you have for me. And so heaven rushing in, you rub your hands together, get the energy going, shake them off, take a deep breath in. Well, you put them on your thighs, actually. You're standing there, put them on your thighs. As soon as you put your hands on your thighs, you've connected the energy. So you can ground yourself just by connecting, like touching your legs. And then you put them in prayer pose and take a nice deep breath in, shoot your hands up to the sky, look up, and your hands are like antenna. So you're just, looking up. Even if you're inside, it's fine to do. And you just imagine that this beautiful energy from heaven is rushing in. And you can say a mantra. I mean, I say, send me those I'm born to serve, send them now. Let them have eyes to see and ears to hear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And when you feel tingling in your fingers, then you're full, and you just gather up that beautiful energy you've just created. And then you put it on your heart. On your heart, there's a spot called heaven rushing in. So that beautiful energy goes right into your soul. And if you feel like you need more, you just go back, right? Your body takes what it needs.
That is really beautiful. And can you say that again, what you say when you do this? I love this.
Yes, I look up, I say, send me those I'm born to serve. Send them now. Let them have eyes to see and ears to hear. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And yeah, the gratitude. That's like in my book, we got to do our gratitude. It's so big because it shifts us so quickly.
Here's what we're always learning, and we hear things from different people, and it's the same things. We keep hearing the same things. So we've heard positive thinking, think positive things, and it's good for you. So the opposite must be true. So negative thinking must be bad for us. Okay. So gratitude. I was at a summit, and it was really all about this gratitude and being good to yourself and self-care and self-love. And there was real theme between all the speakers. It was magnificent. And one woman was speaking, and I was like, gratitude. I wonder what the opposite of gratitude is. I couldn't think of it. I couldn't come up with what's the opposite of gratitude. So I Googled it because I could. And the opposite of, or not the kind of antonyms for gratitude are bitterness, resentment, hostility. So yes, it makes sense that being grateful in a genuine, authentic, with intention way is good for us. And more is coming.
Yes, yes, yes. There's so much abundance in gratitude.
It's a vibration. That's it.
It is. It's a high. I really relate to vibrations. Once I published my book and everything, it has its own energy. Like it just has its wings. It's like, and someone was just saying to me, you birth a book. You really do. You birth it,
Yes.
and then it's really its own life force now. And it's like in the next 3 years, someone said, you're going to be marketing for the next 3 years, your book. And I was like, okay, well, okay. And then I was like, yeah, but it has an energy that there's purpose in it. And it's like, I'm following it, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
I'm here today with you, which I had no idea when I was writing that book back in, or writing a course back during COVID 2020. And, and that I was going to be here because of it.
Right? Oh, words matter, and they have energy.
They do. And so when you think of frequency, right? And this book has a lot of energy because for whatever reason, I have enough energy with raising 2 kids, running a full-time private practice, where I treat trauma and addiction, right? I'm getting my doctorate.
Wow.
I have a marriage and I have friends and I'm here with you because of a book, but no, it's because it's about helping people.
Yeah.
The energy of what you even are sharing, the energy of helping others has such a high frequency in itself.
Absolutely. That's what they say. If you're feeling sad, depressed, go and help somebody that's feeling more sad and depressed, and you'll feel better.
It's real, and just us sharing in this community, right, of people that we're helping fill their cup, right, and you're helping fill my cup today, and I think that if we keep doing that, it is like we feel better. We're bringing not only the vibration of our world up, right? I think, and it really does, like the title of my book, but happiness is an inside job. It does start with ourselves. We have to take care of ourselves. It starts there.
How could it start anywhere else?
Exactly. And so when we're burning out and not doing that daily routine that you just shared with us is so beautiful. I was like right there with you. And then I was like, I got to do this in the morning. This is great. I'm going to add that to the next book and give you credit for that. And, or whoever else was part of that. And so yeah, that's the other piece too, is my book is about so many people, and I give all the names in there and the resources and other books, right? There's so much out there, and we're all just here. Anyone, everybody that I've met, just like you, is another person that likes to help others. So it's been so great and so fun doing this. I feel like it's like my next career, if that makes sense. I don't even know. I don't know what that means. My husband's like, you don't make any money at this. Like, what are you doing? And I was like, I don't know, but it's just,
Right.
it has a life force.
It feels right.
It does. And when something feels right, and this is another thing, right? It's our body and our mind and right are all connected, right?
That's it. We're living in alignment. And it's so important. I mean, everyone on their own trip, it feels so good when you get in alignment and you're helping people. Same. I mean, I have my free laughter club, and it's like, I don't chase people. They don't go in a funnel. This is my offering to the world, because when we laugh together, we raise the vibration. So we raise the vibration in our house, in our town, in the world, because energy doesn't get destroyed. It just is. Rhea, one candle takes away the darkness.
It's so true.
Right? Two makes it bright or whatever. So one happy vibration raises like the vibration. It can't not.
Yes, yes. And this is, I think this is what it's just we're meant to, you're meant to be where you are, and you're in your purpose when you're laughing, when you're feeling good, when you're sharing with others, when you're part of the solution. And so it's really special what you're doing, and it's really also special just to connect to other like-minded people that want to raise that vibration, that are part of let's shift things. I say my biggest wish is world peace. We have
That's what
peace in ourselves. We have to have peace inside ourselves.
That's what Dr. Kateria's goal is: world peace, the founder of laughter yoga.
Okay, and so how crazy, right? That's this is
There are clubs around the world. There are clubs in over 120 countries. I talked about North America being lead adopter. So it's much more prevalent in Asia and Africa and South America, but it's coming. It's fine. And I really believe that it started in 1995, so we could be ready for 2020. Even the founder didn't believe that laughter yoga could be done online before 2020. It needed to be an in-person thing. But then we're all in our homes. What are we going to do? So everyone jumped online. Thank goodness we're so adaptable. And now there's clubs around the world. Rhea, you can laugh 24/7 in all these free clubs. You don't need to speak the language because the games are the same.
my gosh. Could we end with one of these laughter club things?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
So it's little activities. There's 40 foundational exercises. I'm going to give you my favorite one because it's something we can adapt to our daily routine. And it's called, and I set it up like this. There's a new product on the market. It's called Laughter Cream. Yes, it is. Some people are like, there's no such thing. And I'm like, yes, it is. It comes in a pump. At least it is today. It might come in a jar some days. But today it's in a pump. So you just pump out whatever you need. And wherever you put it, you start laughing.
Okay.
So here we go. On 3, we're going to do laughter cream. 1, 2, 3. Just pump out what you need and put it on your face and laugh. It's free. Take as much as you want. Maybe it's your shampoo now. Laughter.
Oh, that's good. That's good. It does. It has an infectious quality, right? It does.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
One, but you have to be out of your head.
Yeah.
So you can imagine for the people that are serious, like I can see clearly you wrote a book on happiness, so it's your operating principle. But for people that are very serious and logical, they want to think their way out of things rather than feel them. The laughter yoga can be a challenge, and I say to people, plan to attend a club twice because the first time might be awkward. Anytime we do something new, it's awkward, like a new job. Oh, I hope I can do the job. I hope they like me. I hope I like them.
Beginner's mind. You have to have that beginner's mind. Okay?
Yes, that's
Give
it.
yourself permission to be awkward. Give yourself permission to play, right? And so many, I think we have such a workaholic, toxic culture that teaches us, oh, you just have to work hard and then you're successful. It's like, wait, what if we can play hard and then we're successful? What if, right? What if I can hang out with you, right? And do this and have fun and be successful?
What if?
Yeah.
How fun, right?
Yeah.
So here's the thing about laughter. Again, during this past 4 years, I've done a lot of research. And I've learned that laughter was ridiculed or thought of frivolous by Aristotle and Plato. So the Greeks squished out laughter generations ago, centuries ago, whenever they were around. Right? And so the more education you had, the less you laughed because you were looked as silly or ridiculous if you were laughing. You weren't taken serious. So I believe that's still in our DNA, Ria. We got to kind of unravel what we've been taught in our conditioning,
Yeah.
that it's not appropriate. It's not appropriate to laugh at inappropriate times, like at the funeral. But that's our body saying, ooh, lighten up because there's too much toxic junk in your body right now. You're not breathing. You gotta, and that's why it's like the pressure cooker. We would just explode.
Yeah, my mother laughs at inappropriate. She says, if I laugh at a funeral, I feel so bad, and but again, it's like her body trying to like get something out.
That's it. And we feel bad because society will look at us like, hey, why?
Yeah,
It's our body's natural way.
yeah. It's interesting that like I can do it really well with my daughter when like tickle me, mom, and I'll tickle her, and it's easier for me to because she's laughing. And there's like a permission there, right?
That's
And
it.
there really is that. And I think that, yeah, it's so beautiful what you're doing. So I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Thank you.
I can be very heady. Like I definitely, right. I wrote a book, right. I can get
Yeah.
very intellectualizing things. And so I did 3 years of Peter Levine's somatic experiencing training,
Mm.
which is a modality to treat trauma. And that was so good for me coming from like the book smarts to get into the body. And then also I meditate and do also yoga and all those things that are so helpful. And one of the things I wanted to share with you, if you haven't heard it before, is the VU, which Dr. Peter Levine created, which is the ventral vagus nerve. It's like in yoga, it's Om, right?
Yes.
The VU is it really helps someone if they're in shock, if they're struggling, if they're kind of fight, flight, freeze, is doing the VU. So it's you do it with me if you don't mind to try.
I would.
And
Yeah.
those of you at home, you take a deep breath in and then you VU. Can you feel that?
Wow. That's awesome.
Isn't that cool? They'll do that like a couple times with clients just to help them. Just like if they come in there, all these things and like let's do some booze. Let's just get our nervous system to calm down a little bit, move some things out. And that the vibration and the sound and the tone really helps with it just helps like that whole what we were talking about, right? When I was showing you the spine and all this, it helps just calm all that down. So all our organs and everything can be working and more fluid. And I also do Safe and Sound Protocol, which is frequencies of music created by Stephen Porges. And it's really cool. So clients can actually listen to stuff at home to help calm their nervous system, move out activation of the body. And then we have core frequencies we can do in session, which are more intense, right? And so it's, got like qualities of the biofeedback, different things that just help regulate the nervous system. And so these things are available. These things, people have access to these things. So, and just what you do and what you're doing, I thank you. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful that you shared it with my community and, my listeners. And I think we're not always right for everybody. Like not everyone's going to tune in and be like, Rhea, she's my person. I want to listen to you. But for the people that I'm right for, like just for you, the people that you're right for, I love this. Like they'll find you, right?
That's it.
And that's, and for all of you out there that are healers, counselors, out there helping people, your people are going to find you too. So, and different modalities, there's no right or wrong. It's just what fits you. What's the right thing for you? But there's so much out there, and that's part of what I'm doing too, is sharing and getting people different tools and different ways. So I'm grateful. Anything else you want to share with us today? It was just such a pleasure having you.
I'm so grateful for the opportunity. Thank you. I just want to invite people again to my laughter club and or whatever it is, whatever they need to do to get out of that feeling of resistance or struggle. As you probably tell your clients, I mean, if you're struggling, it might not be the right path right now. Like we think, oh, I want to get to a certain spot, and we have a path, but the path is rarely just straight. There's boulders and there's lakes and there's things that we need to go around if we choose to do the work to get there, if we really want it bad enough, or if it's for us right now. Sometimes we need to put it on hold. And I want to also say my favorite expression is it's no for sure unless you ask. And we don't ask enough. Like we think we're okay. I'm okay. I can do this. You probably can. Yeah, you probably can. I'm not doubting that people can do things. It's just, it's easier sometimes if people help us. We're not good at everything. So farm out the things you're not good at and do the things you're good at, and then you'll really excel.
That's so true. And, I almost did not publish this book. In fact, I shut it down several times. There's several times. It was an ebook that wasn't doing anything, and it was just sitting there, and then it changed covers several times, right? Like but it had its own life. And so with that, right? I love what you said. Maybe it wasn't the right time then because my kids were younger, or it's just everything has its course. And if you're right, if you just kind of allow, and okay, it's okay if it didn't happen then. It's not the end of the world, right? It happened now. So what if what if I'd be like, oh, I'm such a failure, forget it, like life's over? Well, then it wouldn't be here now.
Right. That's it.
So not looking at like nothing is a failure. It's just a lesson. It's part of the path. It's a journey. It's something that I can take and then, learn from. And so not going to that magnifying, right? When things don't go the way we want to actually go, well, maybe it didn't go that way because that's what needed to happen.
That's it.
That's what
That's it.
happened. And I don't know why, right? Like maybe I'm late for work because didn't get, there was a car accident that I could have gotten. Right? You don't know.
We don't know. I recently heard every path is the right path.
I love that. Yeah, I used to get really caught up on that. I had a job I could have taken in California, and I loved living in California, and there were things I didn't. And then there was the job out here in Arizona, and I ended up picking the one in Arizona. But at the time it was like, oh, I'm going to pick the wrong one. How do I know what the right one
Right.
is? And it was so stressful and all these things. And then I just, yeah, I just trusted it was going to be okay no matter what.
Right. Yeah.
And that's that. And just knowing that, right. That even if I chose something, I can choose again. We have choice. We can continue.
We have choice. That's the beautiful thing. If that one didn't work out for now, you can go a different path.
Like dating, right? Sometimes people get really upset, right? If it doesn't work out, if the relationship ends, and it's like, maybe that was exactly right. It was exactly as long as it needed to be for you.
That's it.
That was its life force. And now there's another relationship.
Right. That's it. It's so beautiful.
We attach, right?
We're attached.
We attach too much to an outcome.
And what other people think, and like all of these things, we need to just let everything go and just do our own path and forgive ourselves. We're really hard on ourselves. We beat ourselves up.
Yeah, self-forgiveness is so important to do any work on ourselves, right? With just being in self-compassion, self-forgiveness, we're all going to make mistakes. Mistakes are our teachers, right? Mistakes are our teachers. They're not, right? It's human to err.
It is.
It's relatable. In fact, a lot of times when I'm teaching, I'm like, let me teach you what I did wrong so you could do it right. I want to share with you. I want to share what I learned because then I can help you too.
Yeah, I think that's important, Rhea, because people look to, they're like, "Oh, Rhea, look, she wrote a book. She's a podcast host. She's so successful. She doesn't have any worries. Look at her."
It's not true.
Right? We don't know. Nobody knows. And everybody had a challenge to get there. When we see somebody that's successful, they usually did quite a bit of work to get there.
Yes, and I would say that every time I fell down, right? Like every time things didn't go the way I wanted, I actually gathered strength, I gathered strength from that because I got through it. And then I know whenever something doesn't, I can get through it. I can get to the other side. And it might be hard right now, and it might be hard again. And because life does this. Life just does this. Things come up, right? And right, if you don't get too much in reaction to the hard parts, if you go, I'm gonna get through it. I have a cold, I don't feel good, but I'm gonna get through it. Right. If we're less in reaction, it's easier to get through it too.
That's it. That's it. It definitely is a wave. That's how it is. It would be boring if it was always,
Yeah.
like, it would be monotone. It would be like, "Oh, another day."
Yeah. 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 If someone actually said, here's your life, like you can just have the map and read it and then you know everything that's gonna happen. It's like, well then what's the fun in that?
Right. Yeah. Where's the mystery? Yeah.
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 So it is, and we're creators, right? I really work on empowering people, right? We can create what we want. It just is paying attention to how I'm thinking. What am I creating? What is the visual? What is the intent? What story am I telling? Is it a story? Because we can't heal when we're in a victim place. We can't. So is my story one of empowerment? Or because maybe I was a victim of something, right? But I'm not there now. Right. And so you don't want to carry that story from a place of hopelessness, right? You want to be in a place of what did I learn? How did I grow? How did it make me? Because if I took I don't want anyone to have trauma. I want world peace, right? But also, I am who I am because of all the things. And I don't want to be someone else. So I can't take anything.
Right. That's it. Yeah. Embrace it all.
Yeah, so the ultimate thing that I try to do, and I'm not always successful because I'm a human and all that, but is to be grateful for all of it. For the pain, for the hard, for the good, for the ups, for the downs, because all of it have brought me here to hang out with you today and laugh. Yay! Such great words of wisdom. Thank you for just chit-chatting with me. Thank you for showing, others some great things. Just come on, let's get our body healthy and in alignment and tapping and all these cool things. Thank you so much. Is there any other websites, any other information you want to share where people can find you? It's been such a pleasure.
I just want to let people know that I'm a laughter yoga teacher as well. I do teach, I do have a 2-day laughter yoga training, and you get certified so you can lead laughter, and there's such a big need, long-term care, special needs, folks with cancer, people going through dialysis, prison, police.
My gosh, do you do it on
Corporate. I do online training, and I do in person as well.
And then do you have to already be a yoga teacher?
No, it's not yoga at all. I don't even do yoga. I jumped right to the fun yoga.
Okay. So why is yoga attached to the word yoga?
Pardon me. So it was started in India by the medical doctor. His wife is a yoga teacher, so they're co-founders.
Okay.
And the yoga part of laughter yoga is the deep diaphragmatic breathing and the practice of the laughter.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, that part's confusing, but it's apt. I thought they should call it something else because they're discounting half the people. No, education is required, that's all. And yoga's good for everybody anyway.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, that's really cool. And then how much do you charge for your training?
So it's 450 Canadian. So way less than American.
Reasonable, honestly. That is reasonable.
Beautiful.
But then it's something that then like a lot of counselors could use out with clients like me. And, like I think that's really a reasonable price for what you're doing.
It's reasonable. It's so reasonable. And the demand for laughter professionals is going up because corporations are recognizing the benefits. Tony Robbins and Jack Canfield both have endorsed laughter yoga, right? So when we get giants in industry of wellness talking about something, the demand increases. So there's a way to get back your money very quickly if you choose the laughter path, and you don't need to want to lead laughter club to take the training. You can take the training just so you have these, like the history, the health benefits. Why do it? Because when we understand why it's so important for our health and how it helps us, it then we realize, okay, I'm laughing for the health of it. And we don't need to necessarily lead laughter, but it generally will go in that direction because people will start saying, wow, you look different. What's happening? What's going on with you? And the thing with laughter is when you practice laughter, you become it, and then you are it. And then I just float around. I'm just this laughter bubble. And people say, wow, you're happy today. I go in the grocery store or somewhere. It's like, oh, I'm a laughter teacher. And then, it just gives me a chance to talk about what I do and makes them smile. You mentioned that I like riding. I combine laughter yoga with my bicycle, with my cycling, and I'm laughing and riding my bike around town.
Yay! Look at you, bold and fearless, comfortable. It's so fun, and it's really, really awesome. No, I love what you do, and sign me up. I've got to get on your schedule or make time in my schedule to get on your schedule is my challenge right now. But this has been a pleasure, and touch. I would love to stay in touch, and I will send you this, and let's say goodbye to everyone. Thank you so much for join us again Mondays at 5 for the happiness hour. And we brought laughter in because of course we have to bring laughter. So beautiful. And so thank you again. I'm gonna stop recording.